Well, good morning, everybody. It has been quite some time, really. I think this last year I've probably uploaded maybe 2 or 3 times. I'm gonna give you guys just a huge update on life. It's been really crazy. A lot of good, a lot of bad, but each day is really good to me. So, yeah. For those of you who do not know, about 1 year ago, so March 1st of 2025. I relocated from Chattanooga, Tennessee, over to Eastern Tennessee, which is Tri-City. So the last 5 years, I've now moved from Knoxville, Chattanooga, moved twice within Chattanooga because we bought a house. Got to only live in the house for a year and a half before I accepted a new position with my job, and then now we're in Eastern Tennessee. Um, yeah, it's been insane, and traveling has obviously been quite a bit, but it's all for the better. This opportunity with work has been really worth it, but it's also created a lot of big changes in my life. One of those changes is being that I'm going to eventually leave Tennessee. I've learned and felt and decided that, Tennessee has been great. I moved here right in early 2021, probably like April 2021, and over to Knoxville from the south side of Chicago, where I was raised, and kind of just did it on a whim. And it's been a great adventure, but ultimately, I feel that Tennessee is not my final resting place. Obviously, it beats Illinois by a landslide, but I'm kind of just ready to see what else is out there, and I'm hoping to go a little bit more south. It snows literally twice a year here in Tennessee, and that is still too much for me. For those who know me, know I absolutely despise the cold. Like, I absolutely hate it. I'm happy when it's like 90 degrees and sunny here outside. I thrive in that weather, so going somewhere more south is the ideal plan, but kind of in the works on that. Nothing's happening right now, but I will update as soon as I'm able to update. There's a thought, but there's nothing that's really going to happen. So for right now, I'm going to be still staying in Tennessee, just working here, and kind of just keeping on my animal collection. But in terms of my animal collection, it is kind of nostalgic and sad to say, because at one point, about 1 year ago, my collection was at its largest. I had over 30 hognose snakes. I had a Gila monster. I had dart frogs. I had crested geckos. I had a bearded dragon. I had all my turtles and tortoises. As of right now, all I have left are all my turtles and tortoises. Those are the only things I refuse to get rid of. I've ultimately decided that my main focus is going to be continuing to do all my work with them. So yeah, I've literally gotten rid of every single one of my animals other than the turtles and tortoises. I've gotten some new additions, which have been great. So I got some Coquillin box turtles. I have some Chinese box turtles, some Flavomarginatas. I got 3 radiata, which were generously gifted to me from a zoo. I have an Aldabra tortoise now. I got a couple more Manai. But in terms of other species, that's actually all I really have. Unfortunately, as much as I hate to say it, I lost almost my entire Eastern Hermans group during a bad snowstorm that came here. I'm really bummed about that because it took me years to build up. And those were my main animals that were actually reproducing, which, could have made some supplemental income. But ultimately, I lost almost the entire group, and the one surviving female I ended up just selling because why not? Why just have one? So I will rebuild that collection one day, but for right now, all my Eastern Hermans tortoises are gone, and it really sucks. It's totally on me. It's crap like this happens, but it just really sucks when it happens, when I knew I could have avoided it, and I thought I was on top of things, but I really wasn't. So that unfortunately happened. But other than that, I still have all my other animals. I got my redfoots, I got my pancakes. All my house is like completely empty right now. I'm in the process of selling my house back in Chattanooga, and I'm obviously renting a house where I live now. But yeah, my main reptile room, it's kind of bland right now. I'm probably gonna do a little rearranging because, like I said, I've just been getting rid of everything I don't need. I don't know when or if I am gonna be moving, but if I do, that move, just that 3-hour drive from Chattanooga, Tennessee to Tri-Cities, Tennessee, it was hell. And ultimately, I decided, next time I move, I'm going to make it as easy as possible. All I'm taking are my animals, my clothes, my dog, and that's it. I literally have gotten rid of all my furniture. Everything I haven't used, I basically have gotten rid of, and I'm going to continue doing that. And ultimately, when I, do end up moving, whenever that may be, it could be a year from now, it could be, 5 years from now, who knows? I am going to just do a complete restart. But until then, I'm just gonna kind of just dwindle stuff down and keep the bare minimums. I'm gonna keep building up my turtle and tortoise collection. Those are my favorite animals on earth. They've always been my favorite animals, and I want to continue working with them. And I really want to get back into YouTube. I now have a lot more free time on my hands, so I've been really getting back into like health and fitness. And I've like literally deleted all my my streaming services, everything. So all I'm gonna be doing, for the next how long is, just working, taking care of my animals, working out, and I really would like to get back into the YouTube stuff. I did have a lot of fun doing it, but ultimately I just got burnt out, and it's already been over a year since I was uploading every Sunday for about a year, and then I kind of just, stopped. So plans this year, I'm definitely going to go to Daytona Reptile Show. I've been there the last 2 years. I'm going to continue doing that. I'm going to the Turtle and Tortoise Preservation Group meeting. That is in November. And then in terms of other reptile stuff, I haven't really been going to any shows lately, which is kind of weird. I think once, you've been to like the biggest shows like Tinley and ARVC, which is where I grew up, and Daytona, other local shows just haven't really been cutting it. I know there's been a lot of immense changes and stuff in the reptile industry. A lot of people are kind of leaving it. Prices are kind of fluctuating because of our economy and crap like that, but who knows what's going to happen. Ultimately, my biggest thing is I want to continue working with my turtles and tortoises. So that's going to be my main focus, is just continuing to build that collection up, and essentially, just gaining as much knowledge and friends through there. I've made some of my greatest friends through the turtle and tortoise communities, which has been great. And I've been very thankful and lucky enough to be able to receive such amazing gifts from people. My number one dream species, Egyptian tortoise. As of right now, I'm like one of 3 people in Tennessee, I believe, who owns one at least. And the other people who own them are actually AZA people. So as a private keeper, it's really cool. But I also want to contribute back. I want to help with, conservation projects in any ways I can, preservation through captive breeding, crap like that. So yeah, it's been a ride, but ultimately, I'm very thankful for everything that's been happening in my life. I have a lot of time to reconnect with friends and stuff like that, which has been great. It's, life's just been lifing, and really things look really good right now. But, I do still feel a lot of nostalgia, because I actually just went to my old house a few days ago because we're getting it ready for it to sell. And it was just like, wow, like I only got to live here for a year and a half, which my very first house, and I didn't really feel like I got to enjoy it to its fullest. But ultimately, as much as I hate to say it, money is on the forefront of my mind of all time. So yeah, so sacrifices and stuff like that, so that I can, try to build a better life for myself. I'm very thankful to be, able to own so many cool animals and stuff like that. And I'm going to continue to work on, building up my turtle and tortoise collection. So if anybody's got good deals on stuff, or maybe is even just looking to give crap away, I'm not asking for free animals, but if you have species that, you don't really care for, it could be something that piques my interest. So just hit me up on Instagram or Facebook. But ultimately, that's where we are right now. I'm going to just continue, organizing my animal rooms and stuff like that, and getting rid of stuff in my house that I don't need, and just, working on rebuilding and building, as well as just, making a good life for myself. So hopefully I can start getting into some more videos and stuff like that soon. I have a lot of things I'd love to do, but ultimately just where I am, it's kind of hard. But I did enjoy it. I do have a GoPro, which is nice. So I would probably like to start filming some of that, as well as starting to film some of my travel adventures, because I've been going kind of all over the world. Last October 2025, I went to Costa Rica, and then 2 months later I went to Brazil. And then back in January 2026, I went on a cruise and went to the Bahamas. So it's been really cool to just, kind of explore and enjoy life and stuff like that. So ultimately, that's where I am. Hope you guys are all doing well. And if anyone has any questions or concerns, please reach out to me on Facebook. I am always able to chat, and I love chatting with people. So I'll see you guys in the next video.